trial's gonna end tomorrow or the next day. And they'll go free.
Maybe not. Still one more chance.
What?
After the DA said he couldn't use my evidence, Kevin had me tell my story to one more person.
Who?
Todd's lawyer, Nora Gannon.
Don't you realize what they did to Marty? Not just to her body, to her, you know, but to her mind, to her life.
They are entitled to the best.
I've been through all of this, okay? Believe me, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know you do, Bo. I know Sarah was raped.
All right,
I know what you've been
did to her was absolutely devastating. You understand? It was way beyond brutal.
I know, and I'm sorry.
And the only thing I could do was help her try to pick up the pieces of her life and just pray to God that she was able to put her life back together. So don't tell me that you have to defend rapists, because I don't buy that. And I never will.
Bo! 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 Kevin, I am so proud of you.
Oh, well, thanks, but I didn't really do anything.
You convinced Carol Swift to come forward with her story.
It was Jason that got her to open up.
Well, that's another thing. Just to help Marty, you managed to bury all the hostility between you and Jason.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. One day we're knocking heads, and the next day we're working together.
You know, after everything you've been through with Marty, it would certainly be understandable if you just wanted to walk away from everything.
I just wish there was something I could point to that could change things.
Well, you say this Carol Swift took her story to Nora.
Yeah, but I don't know what Nora's going to do about it. Nora might not even believe her, although I don't see how that would be possible.
Certainly leaves Nora Gannon with quite a dilemma.
Dilemma? Nora's dilemma doesn't compare to what Marty is up against. Marty was raped. And now she's about to get raped by the courts. Nora has got to do the right thing. She just has to.
Before you ask me what Kevin meant about Nora earlier, let me tell you that an awful lot happened while we were away.
No, don't worry. I'm all caught up. I'm up to date on that, because I just had a little talk with Nora.
Did she tell you about Carol Swift?
Yeah. She says Kevin brought the girl in there and had her tell her whole story.
Yeah. Well, Kevin wasn't sure, but was Nora convinced?
Definitely. She thinks her guilty.
What's she going to do?
Nora said that she wouldn't withdraw from this case, and then I just sort of spoke my mind.
Darling, listen. After what Austin did to Sarah, it is certainly understandable that you would be very emotional about rape.
Yeah, you can say that again. But Nora thinks that they need somebody to stand by them and just defend them until the bitter end.
I see her point.
What?
Look, she may not like her clients, but they have placed their lives in her hands, and that's a very delicate balance. Look, I mean, I can look at Marty, and I can see how she suffered, and I just want to explode. And then I look at my cousin, Powell, and I think how young he is and how guilty he must feel. And it breaks my heart.
Yeah, but he committed the crime, not Marty. Now, she's going to end up a big loser in that courtroom if Nora gets those other three off.
Yes, but from Nora's position, she has an obligation to give those boys the best defense possible. Just as a doctor would have to treat them as well as he could if they came in injured. Look, this is not just black and white. And sometimes, Bo, the people we love don't do what we want them to do.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay, I guess, considering. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I just was in Arizona for a few days, but I've been trying to keep up with the trial.
Oh, right. How is Mr. Buchanan doing?
Oh, he's healing very nicely, thank you.
Good.
It's just going to be a long time before he can travel.
Right.
Did you come to see Kevin?
Yeah, I sort of just took a chance that he'd be here.
Yes. I think he's upstairs. Why don't you let me buzz him on the intercom?
Viki, I don't know if you know this, but he's been doing an awful lot to try and help me.
Yeah. I understand he took Carol Swift to see Nora.
Yeah. The DA couldn't use her testimony. And Kevin... I mean, that was really nice of him to keep fighting like that. For me. After all the hurt I caused him, your whole family. And I just thought I should come and say thank you.
Marty, we all want to help you. What was done to you was so wrong, so terribly wrong. And I think the idea that those boys might get away with it is right now more than Kevin can take.
I just keep wondering what Nora Gannon's gonna do. I mean, is she gonna make the truth come out, or is she just gonna go ahead and get those guys acquitted? Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Marty.
Listen, before the festivities get underway, I just wanted to thank you for convincing Carol to come forward.
Oh, Jason was really the one that got to her.
And the way I heard, it was a team effort. If you hadn't talked to Carol, she never would have spoken up, and she definitely never would have gone to Nora on her own.
Look, what you and Jason did was great, but I'm not going to be holding my breath waiting for an 11th hour miracle. I've lied to Nora so many times that she probably has antibodies against believing anything that I have to say.
Marty, don't say that.
It's true. Nora's never going to believe me.